you think there's anything in Duncan being a surrogate father figure to Macbeth?
Well, we had
father figure,
thought about that as just when we were talking about sort of the relationships between them. I mean, anything to me that is going to increase the stakes of what you're doing. It's going to make it that much worse. It's not only regicide, it's patricide in a way. There is a blood tie. I mean, I do think that this world that they live in is very close-knit and incestuous in the sense that everybody knows what everybody else is doing. Marriages are set up. I still think that our marriage was arranged, and I'm sure Duncan probably had a hand in that. I think he's probably, been looking after you for quite a while and moving things around to help promote you.
Well, the line in here, I've begun to plant thee and will labour to make thee full of growing. That 10 lines before he now announces who's going to succeed him sounds very promising.
Exactly.
And of course it goes left, not right.
Yeah.
I don't really realise this is the only time that Duncan and I spend on stage together. It's 40 lines, so there's very little time to establish.
Not a lot, yeah.
If we did organise something of Duncan being a father figure, there's very little time to establish it, but...
He's father of his country. I mean, you couldn't have more respect for him, except that you're going to kill him, of course.
That's fine.
But it's manifest in banquet.
Yeah.
And until you get contaminated, I guess you're much the same. But I mean, you're clearly not the same like as Malcolm and his sons. I mean, he treats them differently.
Yeah.
And you may be his right-hand man in terms of, maintaining the right.
There is... Oh, go ahead.
Well, as I said, there's an interesting contrast between Macbeth and Malcolm, because Macbeth is the one who's been fighting and won the day, and Malcolm's managed to get himself captured and had to be, had to be freed by one of the bloody sergeants wheeled on.
I mean, Malcolm doesn't seem like a terribly heroic sort of character to me.
Especially when you see him later down in England and it's all doom and gloom and rosy and it's never going to work.
Yeah.
Until he says, oh, I was just testing you.
Well, I'm not sure. I think Malcolm in that respect is hard as nails, but not necessarily fighting. But there's a sort of added bitterness, because not only has Duncan named Malcolm as his successor, he's also named as a successor someone who's performed feebly.
And yes,
at the time of national crisis, Malcolm screwed it up and got himself caught.
But you've managed to turn things around. I think just something to put in to the mix for you is all of this talk with you about heredity and lineage and all of this that you don't have sort of on either end helping you out. You are just kind of on your own having to look out for yourself. And that's just, obviously that plays into all of this stuff with Malcolm.
Yeah.
I think what you were saying too, Bob, is yes, he is a father figure and he has to be in a way to everybody. He is.
Because I don't see what scope you've got, if you're going to do, make this presumption. There's so little scope for working it out into something. Manifesting, it seems to me. I don't have much scope. You might have more scope than that.
Well, as I said, we spent so little time together. It's in a very formal context.
And there's nothing really in the text. If there had been something like, sorry, I'm going to give it to Malcolm, but I love you. You know, I mean,
But that's-
it ain't there.
No.